All right, family, we are back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is day 50 inside of our 30K in 90 days challenge. And we're going to be talking today about how to prepare for success. You know, the reality is that if you want a level of success that you have never had before, you got to really ask yourself, how are you going to make sure you're ready for it once it comes? All right. So let's talk a little bit about how to prepare. But before we do that, let me do my little intro. I'm so excited to be before y'all today. My name is Tracey Walker. I am a baseball mom. Baseball season is in full effect and flag football season as well. I am a documented seven-figure earner in the digital marketing space. I've been marketing online using digital assets since 2008. This is before people even knew what the world was going on, okay? I'm talking about Facebook had just started in 2006. There was no Instagram yet. I don't believe there was an Instagram yet in 2008. And let me tell you guys, I had made my first $1 million on the internet by 2012. I think it was 2012, 2013, somewhere around there. Had my first $10,000 day back in 2010 doing what? Selling a digital course way before people were out here on these internet streets talking about buy my course, this, way before 2020 when all of the people pulled up on Instagram and social media with all of their guru-ness, okay? Way before any of that. And guess what? I've been doing it full time since then. And my goal with this 90-day challenge is to share with you some of the lessons, some of the strategies, and some of the skill sets that I've had and I've mastered and I've learned along the way so that you can apply these things into your business and focus on having the desired level of success that you want as well. Okay. In addition to that, I am a marketing automations expert. Okay. Now, if you remember just moments ago, I told you I was a baseball mom. I'm a flag football mom. My son is 10 years old. All right. This is the fall. And so we are running around like bats out of hell, all right? Literally with his sports, his school, his training at the gym, all these different things. And if I did not have sales funnels working for me, if I did not have automated sales processes, if I did not have my email follow-ups going out on my behalf, if I did not have the things that do the selling and telling and the heavy lifting for me and my business, I would literally not be in business, okay? I would not be able to have a successful online business at all because I would be doing all of the manual labor. Now, for my ladies, okay, listen to me and listen to me closely. I am in no way saying that ladies can't do, that ladies don't do, that ladies shall not do. You do whatever you want to do. But what I am saying is that I am the type of lady that likes a little bit of leverage. Okay. I like to be able to hit the button and listen to the song. Okay. I want to be able to hit the button and watch the video. I want to be able to hit the button and my emails go out. You with me? I want to be able to hit a button. I record a video one time and boom, it's always native on my YouTube or over on Facebook. That's probably where you're watching me, one of those two platforms. Okay. I like the automation and the leverage that online marketing brings. And that only happens because of systems, tools, resources, things like that, that allow us to have a business and a life both at the same time. Now, I'm also a single parent. Okay. So I'm responsible for putting food on the table, just like I'm responsible for the mental state of my child. I'm also responsible for making sure he gets to where he needs to go. I'm also responsible for his confidence. I'm also responsible for his ability to self-regulate his emotions. I am also responsible. In other words, I have the maternal things that I have to do. And although I am not a paternal, okay, I'm not a paternal. I still got paternal shit I got to do. All right. And so we figure it out. So thank God that I have leverage and automation to help me in my business. And I want you, if you want more of your time, if you want more of your life and you want to be able to have a business and a life both at the same time, I want to be able to offer you some ways to do that. And that's exactly what we're doing in these 90 days. This is day number 50. If you have not tuned in and gotten any of the juice or any of the nuggets or any of the gems that I have dropped over the last 49 days, honey, what is it that you are waiting on? What is it you are waiting on? You need to make sure that you click on the subscribe button to this channel. Make sure that you are plugged in and that you hit the notification bell because I am going live every day, at least until the 90-day mark, which means we got another 40 days to go, my good friends. Another 40 days to go. I've already been going live every day for 50 days. Okay, let me ask you something. Have you learned something? Let's talk a little bit about our topic today. Have you learned something? If you've been sticking with me for any of these days, right? Have you learned something? In other words, what type of growth have you had? Have you had any type of growth? All right. Have you grown personally? That's what I want to know. Over the last 50 days, how have you grown personally? What things are you now doing that maybe you were not doing? And when I say doing, I mean in terms of your person. In other words, have you become more consistent in an area of your life where prior you were not consistent? Right? Like I made it a point. Here's an example. I made it a point even before I started this 90-day challenge. The beginning of this year, I said, that's it. Okay. I am no longer going to get out of the bed, take my son to school, come back, start working, and leave my bed and my space a mess. It's not really be a mess, but it's not as, they say that your external reflects your internal, right? So it don't be a mess, but if I walk in my room and my bed is all over the place, it automatically adds a tab. If you think about your computer and you have different tabs open on your browser, right? If I come in my room and my bed is not made, it automatically creates a tab in my mental CPU. Oh, I got to do that. Right. And it just keeps adding more things that mentally I feel I need to do. So my usage, my CPU usage, it goes up, but my effectiveness and my functionality goes down. Right. And so I made an a point at the beginning of this year. I said, that's it. Every day I'm going to get up, take my son to school. And as soon as I get back, I'm making this bed. I have been sticking to that. I've been sticking to it. I've been sticking to it. I've been sticking to it. So I've been way more consistent in the straightening up of my space. Since I work from home, I have to have a decluttered space in order for me to have I have to have a decluttered mind for me to have a decluttered space. And having a decluttered space allows me to work without having a whole bunch of tabs open that are, sending my usage up through the roof, right? So I can be more effective, more efficient, more task focused, and I don't take all day to do things because I'm not thinking about the other 65,000 things that I need to do once I come in my room and make the bed and clean the closet and fold the clothes up and make sure dirty clothes are over here, make sure Josiah's stuff is together in his room, right? All of that. So that's something that I've started at the beginning of the year. I've also, me and a couple of my colleagues, starting in January, this past January, we started doing a gratitude call. We do the gratitude call every single day. We do it over on Clubhouse, right? Every single morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are literally doing the gratitude spotlight. We do it 7 days a week, no matter what. So the consistency of being gratuitous, having the attitude of gratitude, it is a very important staple in terms of my value system, in terms of how I operate, in terms of one of the pillars that I truly respect and honor in terms of a universal perspective, having the ability to find the good in things. You don't have to be grateful for all the things, right? Like when I had a flat tire, was I grateful that I had the flat tire? No, but I was grateful in the fact that when my tire went flat, I was already in a gas station where I could pull into the just kind of move my way into a parking spot and call the mobile tire service, the mobile 24-hour tire service. And I was taking my son to the batting cage. I was only 1 mile away from where my son has batting practice. So I was able to call his batting coach, and the batting coach came and picked him up from the gas station, took him to batting practice. It allowed me to have the mobile place come change out the tire, and as soon as they finished with the tire, magically his coach was dropping him back off to me. So I was grateful in the fact that I was close enough to my son's practice where his coach could come get him. I was in a safe place. It was during the day, so it was perfectly safe, and it was well lit. It was sunny. It was hot. Okay. And I was grateful that the 24-hour place that I called was actually not too far away as well. So was I grateful for my tire inconveniencing me? No, but was I grateful in the fact that all of the ways that I could choose to respond and the way that the whole everything, the dynamics of it coincided. It all worked for my good. I'm grateful for that. So the gratitude is very important as just me being a person, right? This question is over the last 50 days, how have you grown personally? So, what I'm saying to you, me being consistent with keeping the clutter decluttered in my home, keeping my bed made up every day, keeping my closet cleared away every day, making sure the dishes are washed every day, making sure the counter is cleaned off every night before we go to bed, making sure the living room and everything, right? Making sure all that is done every day, making sure I'm doing a gratitude call and expressing my attitude of gratitude every day, and doing it with other people who also find it important. Those are a couple of things that I have been doing since the beginning of this year to grow personally, right? So I'm asking you over the last 50 days, how have you grown personally? Now, that may not be something that you need to share with me right here. If you want to go ahead and type it in the comments, I will definitely reply to you and we can kind of engage and we can go back and forth a little bit, right? Have some fun and interaction right there. That would be great. But if you do not want to comment on that, that's okay too, right? It's really something that I want you to focus on being aware of for yourself. That's really the purpose, because when you know how you've grown personally, then you can articulate it, you're self aware, you can pinpoint it, you can actually track and measure. Because I'm a marketer, right? I'm a firm believer that what you don't track, you can't measure. And I don't see how in marketing, if you're not tracking and measuring stuff, how do you figure out what's working and what's not working? How do you figure out where to put more of your money and take and spend less of the money? How do you figure this out if you're not tracking and measuring any of your marketing? So my brain kind of works in that way. Okay. So I want to be able to know, like at the beginning of the year, I was here, but now we're at in August, at the end of the month of August, and I'm there, right? So how have you grown? Because if we're talking about preparing for success, you've got to know whence you came, and you've got to be taking an active stance and an active taking active measures to grow every single day. It's not just randomly when you feel like doing something. It's you've got to become the person that already belongs in the space that you desire to be in, because the success level that you want is going to require you to be a different person that you may be existing as right now in this moment. And so that person, you got to be able to measure whether or not you're becoming more of that person. Because if you could be who you were right now and get what you wanted to get, then you'd already have what you wanted to get, but you don't have it, do you? Right, because you're not who you need to be. It's be, then it's do, then it's have. Have is last. You don't have first, you be first. Be the person. So we have to grow into that person. In fact, I want you guys to understand this. When it comes to opportunities, when it comes to making money online, when it comes to affiliate marketing, when it comes to business, when it comes to life, when it comes to parenting, right? When it comes to being a mom, listen, you don't go into the opportunity, right? I didn't just come into motherhood. I had to freaking grow into motherhood, right? I didn't know every single thing. My mom has been passed away since I was 26 years old. So I didn't have a mother to share with me 10 years ago what I needed to be doing, right? I had to kind of learn from my friends that already had kids. I had to learn from some of the elders around me that already had kids, apparently. I had to learn from some of my second moms that I love dearly. And I had to grow into it, right? When it was time for me to potty train my child, I called some of my best friends up and was like, "Hey, how did you potty train such and such?" Right? One of my girlfriends, like my sister, she was like, "Oh, girl, my mama did that." Right? And so she didn't even remember because her mama helped potty train the child, right? It's things like that where like I didn't really have a hands-on tangible. So I literally, because I wanted to train my child to go from diapers into undies, I eliminated pull-ups. We didn't do pull-ups over here. Now listen, if you did pull-ups, more power to you for you and your child. I'm saying over here, I didn't want to, right? And we did it and it was fine, right? I didn't want him playing the middleman game. Just if we not gonna pee in the bed, we not gonna pee in the bed. Period. It's not okay to pee at night sometimes and then not pee other times. No, it's we don't pee on ourselves, period. Okay. So that was the route I went. I had to buy a whole ebook on how to train from that way. And let me tell you, it was such an effective resource for me. It was well worth it. And I was able to train my son. It was supposed to take about 3 or 4 days, but it took me about 7 because I was kind of stressed out, right? It's just me at that time. And I was up all night. I was trying to time it. I was trying to keep track. I was trying to document the process, and I was worn out. But I had to grow. I had to grow into this. Yes. So now, if somebody would have asked me about potty training, I know exactly. I can help somebody else, right? Because I didn't just go into it and just gave somebody else to do it. I didn't really have anybody else to do it. So I had to grow into that. So I want you to understand that, if you want to be a good parent, you grow into parenthood. You grow into knowing the right things. You grow into or doing your best. I can't say the right things, but you grow into doing the very best that you can. Right? Like my mom, I think, did the very best that she could. My dad did the very best that he could. Okay. I'm doing the very best. I'm sure you did the very best when your children were younger. And if you have young children now, you're probably doing the very best that you can, but you're growing along the way. No one expects you to know everything. Well, it's the same thing with this here game on the internet. Right? You can't come into this thinking you're just gonna because you read the ebook on how to potty train. You read the ebook on how to make money online. You looked at the course on how to do it, right? You followed the training on how to do it. You're not gonna know it innately just yet. You've got to practice. You got to practice. You got to practice. You got to practice. It's through the repetition of it that you get better. Okay. It's through that you learn. It's through that you get better. It's through that you grow. This is how you prepare. You prepare by doing the thing, even if you don't want to do it. Do you guys know how many times it is time for me to do this 90-day challenge? And I'm literally like, oh my God, I do not feel like going live right now. But girl, you made a commitment and your integrity is everything. So hop to it. Let's go. Right. And so I have to remind myself that this is bigger than how I feel. It's bigger than whether I want to or not. It's about sending the message that I am the person that I need to be in order to hit the levels that I am seeking to hit at this point in my career, in my business, in my online journey, right? It's been a long time. Okay. I made a lot of money online, but I'm looking to do some other things, right? So this is what I'm saying. So you don't go into opportunities, financial, life, jobs, whatever, you grow into them. Okay. So the first question that I said I wanted you to do was to, over the last 50 days, to tell me how you have grown personally. Here's the next thing in preparation for your success. All right. I want you to identify an area that you need to work on that you believe is holding you back. What do you believe is holding you back? Now I'm gonna give you an example of what I believe has held me back. Okay. And when I say held back, I don't mean maybe complete halted your success. For some of you, it may be something that has completely halted where you feel like you have not made not one iota forward progress. Okay. There may be others of you that may be like me where I don't feel like it's completely halted, but I feel like this is the one thing that if I could do this one thing, oh my God, things would just soar because I get everything else, right? This one thing. Okay. Now I'm going to be honest. Can I be honest? Can I be transparent with y'all? Can I be honest and transparent with y'all? Okay. This is what I'm going to tell y'all. Okay. Right here. For me, because I'm in digital marketing, because I've built most of my platforms organically, Facebook is my bread and butter. YouTube, I love YouTube as well. Instagram is not really my hot button point, but I have presence over there. Okay. And what else? X and like Threads or something like that, right? But I spend majority of my time building community and building a network over on Facebook, okay, and here on YouTube. So when it comes down to paid marketing, right, I have not mastered that. Right. So I've always had other people to help me to run my ads. I know how to do it, but a lot of it is the patience with it. A lot of it is the optimization of it. A lot of it is creating the images, creating the copy, testing them both, right? Or testing however many images against them, understanding the analytics, understanding how to optimize via the analytics, right? That drives me freaking batty. Okay. I know how to do it. But it's like this. Some of you guys know how to cut hair, but you still go to the barber shop, don't you? Some of you ladies, you know how to wash your own hair. Me, I know how to wash my own hair. I know how to flat iron my own hair, blow dry my own hair, style my own hair. And there are times that I will, but majority of the time, what am I doing? I'm going to the salon. So it's not about not knowing how to do it. It's about leverage, right? And so for me, it's like, man, I want to leverage my time. I would always have other people do it. But I always feel like it was something going wrong, or something was happening, or Facebook is shutting down the account, or it's just some nonsense every single time. And every time I would try to get into some type of momentum or traction with my paid marketing, there was always this barrier, it felt like, right? So for me, I feel like the area that I'm working on, which I'm still working on right now, I've got some people working on stuff right now. Like, don't even get it twisted. We're not stopping. That ain't stopping no show. We gonna get this here thing squared away, okay? But that area that I need to work on, I'm cognizant of it. I continue to push towards it. It is one of the weak areas in my business, but it doesn't affect my strengths, because my strengths, which are speaking and training, I can leverage my strengths to do what I need to do while I have leverage and other people helping me work on my weaknesses. I'm not really supposed to be doing everything anyway. The whole point is to have people around you that are better than you at things that you're not so good at, right? That's what a team is, right? Video editing. I'm not great at video editing. Can I go onto Reels and play around? And do I learn little different techniques and strategies and fun things I can do on my stories and so on and so forth? Absolutely. And I will implement them. But I don't want to sit there and edit these videos and come and put the captions on there and make the colors turn and do. I don't want to. So I have a video editor. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Like, leverage with that, right? So maybe for you, it's actually employing or hiring or leveraging other people to do some of the things that maybe you could do, but it's taking up too much of your time, which means you got too many tabs open on your CPU, right? So you're not getting anything done because you're trying to do everything yourself. I get it. Maybe it's the paid advertising that you're after. Okay, great. If that's what you feel like is holding you back, let me ask you, how are you going to start working on that? How are you going to start filling that gap? How are you going to start bridging that? How are you going to start bridging that? Are you just saying, forget it, that don't work for me? Or you're going to say, you know what? No, it does work. I just got to figure out the best way that it aligns for me and my business. So this is what I need you guys to focus on. Okay, becoming the person that you need to be as we prepare for success. You cannot be the person that says, forget that. It doesn't work. Because that's not what a successful person says. Successful person would say, okay, this is what I need to do. I don't know how to do it. Let me find some of the best people that know how to do it and let me leverage them. That is the mindset of the successful person. So we have to prepare for that by thinking and being, in other words, right, the way that that person would be. So make sure that in preparation, you identify an area in your life, in your business, in your personal life, whatever is going on that you feel is holding you back. And I want you to acknowledge that you're going to work on that area. You're going to work on that area. Because part of what we're doing as affiliate marketers and part of what we're doing online overall, guys, is it's really just a function of doing the thing that works over and over and over and over. I get it. The challenge that most people, they haven't figured out yet what works for them. They see what works. They know what's available to work. They see what's working for others. But you know why it's working for others? It's because those others have taken the time to eliminate all the other things that don't work for them, and they got really, really good at the thing that does. You are giving up too early. You are saying, oh, that doesn't work. And then you're quitting the whole thing, as opposed to saying, okay, I've got 5 different things. I could do ads. I could do post-free ads. I could do social media. I could do paid ads. I could do, you see what I'm saying? Like, instead of looking at these different, I could do a faceless channel, right? Instead of looking at all these different options and trying them, especially if you don't know what you're good at and what you're not so good at yet, trying them and realizing, okay, you know what? I really enjoyed this part. So I'm going to ice these other things. I'm going to focus more of my time and energy because I have inspired action when I'm doing that, which gives me the most fulfillment. And it is through your inspired action that you actually have a higher vibrational level where you can actually reach more people, the people that you want, the people that are looking for you. Because I firmly believe that what you are looking for is actually looking for you. Is that if you ain't looking for nothing because you stopped looking, then apparently ain't nothing looking for you either. So that success that you saying that you want, it was looking for you while you were looking for it. But then you stopped looking for it. So it stopped looking for you. It had to do with God not wanting you to have it. It had to do with none of that. You took your eye off the prize, so the prize is no longer in focus. It is no longer in sight. So how can you attract something to yourself that you can't even see? You're not even looking at it. right? You guys get where I'm going with this, right? And so I want you to be mindful of what it is that you need to work on. And I also want you to acknowledge, rightfully so, acknowledge things that you have already grown into, right? I want you to acknowledge the things that you are doing well, acknowledge the things that you are doing better, acknowledge the things that are working for you. So as we talk about what we need to do, let's not forget that those small wins do matter. And here's what I have accomplished. And you deserve to pat yourself on the back a little bit. You sure do. Because let me tell you, if you think of somebody else supposed to pat you on the back, honey, ain't nobody out here. Your mama. Your mama gonna pat you on the back. I pat my son on the back, whether he do good, whether he do bad. If he's not doing so good, we have a little discussion about it. But I'm always proud of him. I'm always proud of him. But I also just ironically, just the other day, I told him, I said, listen, everybody ain't gonna love you like your mama. Okay. Everybody ain't gonna love you like your mama. Your goal is to go to the MLB. You see how they boo? You see how they boo them people on the MLB sometimes? They heckle. Okay. Even when the Mets come to Atlanta, what do the Braves fans do to the Mets? Oh, we heckle, and jekyll the Mets fans all up and down the battery over here in Atlanta. Okay. And I'm almost positive that when Braves fans show up in New York for the Mets heckle the hell out of the Braves fan. Now we're doing it all in fun. And the players cannot have what I've told Josiah. He cannot have sheepskin, baby. You can't have no sheepskin. You got to have rhino skin. And we literally just had this conversation the other day. You got to have rhino skin. And it is not literal. We don't expect your skin to literally, okay, be as coarse and as thick as a rhino, but it is a mental state of mind. Rhino skin. I say, if you want to play at these high competitive levels, he plays competitively for 10U. Okay, he plays competitive 11U now. He plays competitively tournament. He's travel ball team. He's on the little league team. Okay, so he plays competitively now. So no, are there parents out there booing the 11-year-olds, the 10-year-olds? No, they're not. They're not. Okay, but high school, maybe they might start some. Okay, college, maybe some. Definitely at the professional level. Oh, those people, they have no regard for anyone's feelings. What you talking about feelings? Ain't nobody got no feelings out here. We doing that job. We doing our job, and we getting paid millions of dollars. We don't care whether you heckle, boo, do whatever the hell you want to do. Okay. So that's the discussion we were talking about. He's 10, and I'm having the same discussion with you. You've got to have rhino skin. You cannot worry about what other people have to say. You can't even worry about what your old self is saying. Hello, somebody. Your old self is your worst enemy. Your old self, the self that you're trying to grow out of, that is your worst enemy, because the self you're trying to grow into ain't been around as long. The self that you're growing out of been with you a long time. That self knows your ins, your outs. That self knows your insecurities. That self knows your vulnerabilities. That self knows it can talk you out of doing stuff because of your fears, because of your anxieties. That self knows how to get to you, right? Right? But the new self is new to the scene. The new self is like, well, yeah, I want to do it. But the old self keeps winning over the new self. And so the only way that you're going to be able to do it is you got to grow and develop rhino skin, the mental aptitude, and you got to push forward and push through. So you've got to prepare for success. Success is not just going to show up. And even when it does, I mean, you might have heard this a lot. I don't know, in my circles, people talk about it, but but people win the lottery, like win all these millions of dollars in the lottery. Maybe they've never had any financial literacy or whatever before. And most of these people are broke in the next 2-3 years. Why? Because they were not mentally prepared. The success showed up, but they were not ready. The money, I should say. The money showed up, but they were not ready. So their old self came into contact with who they thought they were. And the old self won. Oh, we finna blow this, baby. Oh, we finna spend this. Oh, we finna make sure we buying non-assets, because ain't none of the things that you bought planting seeds to grow and multiply more money, no more financial remuneration. You just went and bought a bunch of debts and liabilities, cars, games, stupid shit you don't need, right? In that mindset. And this is why they drain the money and they go back broke, right? Because the old self came into a new situation where the old self just got magnified. This is why they say money doesn't change people. Money just really enhances who you really are. You feel me? So this is where we are. I want you to be prepared for the success. I do not want you have the lottery mindset. You get something and then you don't even know how to maintain it. You don't even know how to keep it because making the money easy. Okay, I have made money. I've made millions of dollars and I've lost millions of dollars in real estate, internet marketing, network marketing, my own products and services, other investment ventures. Like I've made a lot of money. I've lost a lot of money, but I will say that every time I've made money and lost money, guess what? I've grown. There's another area, there's another layer that I can add, right? So as I continue to build from that setback, right, and build to the next level, I shouldn't be the same person making the same mistakes over and over and over. I shouldn't be. And neither should you. Neither should you. You should be growing. You should be preparing for the next level of success. All right. So I want to leave you with that. Okay. With those two things. The first thing was over the last 50 days, how have you grown personally? And then the second thing is, what do you need to work on? Identify those things for yourself, okay? And then we're going to keep this show moving on the road, all right? So now, here's the other piece. As we are working on the mental side of things, you still got to keep your car moving. You can't stop on the side of the road while you're working on this stuff. You've got to find a way to actually be able to move and shake at the same time. You got to find a way to be able to work on your mental toughness. You got to find a way to work on your rhino skin. You got to find a way on how to be the person that you need to be while also keeping the train moving. And when I say train moving, I mean the financial income. You have to continue to increase your income. This is the only way. Okay. I know most people are like, oh, I know if you have the same lifestyle, let's say you have lifestyle A. And lifestyle A, you also make income A at your job. You make income A at your job. Okay. But then you turn around because of lifestyle A comes with bills A. So you have lifestyle A that comes with bills A, that comes with income A. My hair is like, oh my God, I'm sorry. You have those strays, just ugh. Okay. So you have lifestyle A with bills A with income A. And if you keep everything at A, you're going to keep going in a circle because you have the same lifestyle with the same income, paying the same bills. You got the same money left over and over and over. The only way is that if you have lifestyle A, you got to have income A. You got to also have income B. And then you got to keep bills at A. Do you guys get it? You can have lifestyle A. You got to have income A. You got to have income B and bills A. You got to keep everything the same, but you got to increase the income because as you increase the income, you can start to reduce any of those bills and debt that are not the monthly things that you need, right? Whether it's credit card debt or unsecured debt or secured debt, you got a car note, you want to pay your house down, like whatever those things are, you got to have income B or else you'll be in a circle. And go ahead and get a second job if you want to. Now you're going to have less time trying to create income B with income A. And now you just created really more bills because now you're gone more of the time. You have less things done in your house and you have less time. And now you're probably a little bit even more stressed out. So now your mental aptitude is actually decreasing. You're not more motivated. Now you're more stressed out. That's an inverse relationship. We're not trying to go back. We're not trying to hustle backwards. Some of y'all like to hustle backwards because it make you feel good. You feel noble. I get it. You feel noble. And what I'm saying that you got to change your perception to change your reality. Okay. The perception is that you need another job. No, the reality is that you need another income. And I've said this to people before. You might not be able to control your salary, but you can dang sure control your income. Because you can have income outside of the salary. And one of the best ways that I've found and been able to help hundreds and thousands of people all over the world is through leveraging affiliate marketing. Now, the key with affiliate marketing over the years has really been you make a little bit for the sales, right? And that's a great thing. Even in network marketing, you might start an opportunity, you might sell a product or sell a service, and you make a small commission when you make a sale because the focus is on residual income, right? So you willingly accept less right now because your expectation is you're going to have growth and a snowball effect over time, right? But the reality is that we live in a day and age that with network marketing, that 3 to 5 year, listen, there's a lot of companies that are shutting down. There's a lot of companies that are changing their models. It's a lot of companies that do not even offer that long-term residual that people once thought existed. So affiliate marketing, in a similar way, except there's not really the residual component, is really about you learning a skill, being able to exercise this skill, and being able to take more control of your income by making sales through leveraging these digital marketing skill sets. Okay. Now, when you do that, you still might make a small commission and you feel like you're just always running. You're always on a treadmill, right? Because you don't have the residual. Well, what if you had more of a mid-ticket level income? I won't necessarily say high ticket, but if you could earn $900 for one referral, that's a lot different than making one referral and making 20 bucks or making 25 bucks, right? 30 bucks. Those are great things to make. I'm not knocking any amount of extra income. What I'm saying is that you are the same person and you only have a certain number of hours in a day. And if you're going to take the skill set that I'm teaching you and you're going to apply it to the internet and start creating content to start generating leads and making money, doesn't it make more sense that you make a sale and make $900 than have to worry about making 40 sales? Okay, to make $900, right? Is it better to make one sale at 900, or do you feel like you need to just keep running, where you got to go make 40 sales to make the same $900? Now, I'm not saying that one is bad or one is good. I'm saying you got to look at your life, you got to look at your lifestyle, and you got to look at where you desire to go. For me, I just do not have the type of time to be on Zooms all day, 3 times a week. I just don't. I've been there. I've done that. I am over it. I do not have the type of time to be in people's DMs all day, texting and back and forth. I just do not personally have that. And I don't desire to do it. I've done that as well. I do not want to be on the phones with people and closing them on the phones. Can I? Yes, I'm doggone good on the phone. I've closed $5,000 and $10,000 sales on the phone, but I don't want to. You know why? Because where I am in my life, I'm in the stands at a baseball field majority of the week. I'm on the field football at flag football games, okay, every Friday. And so what I'm saying is that I do not want to be the parent that's sitting on the sideline, keep getting up because I got a conference call. And every time my child looks at the sideline, his mama chair sitting there, but she ain't sitting there. I'm missing all of his plays. I'm missing all the moments that I'll never get a chance to get again. I don't want that regret. So my why for making more for the same amount of time that I've got to put into it is because I want to have maximized time and maximized income simultaneously. And I want to have maximized happiness. Okay. I like being happy. I like it. A whole lot. I like it. All right. So now, if you are a person that's more similar to me, maybe you have a different circumstance, right? Maybe it's not a baseball mom or a sports mom, period. Maybe it's something else, but you have a value of your time where you don't really want to spend a lot of it doing a lot of manual labor intensive work that the internet these days has provided for us to leverage and to automate. Like, if you don't have to do it, why would you want to do it when you don't need to do it? If you're like that, then you deserve to get your hands on my free digital marketing blueprint so I can teach you the formula to the $900 a day strategy. And here's the kicker. We're talking about being able to focus for 2 hours a day. All right, 2 hours a day. We're not talking about, a full second job where you need 20, 30 hours a week. No, we're talking about, listen, you got to put some time. Like, I cannot fake the funk with you. Okay, like, if you're not going to invest or sow into your own future, then you're setting the expectation that, like, I'm not a miracle worker. Okay, I'm a magician. Okay, and I'm damn sure not going to be able to do it for somebody I don't even know. If anybody's going to be the miracle worker in your life, it should be you. If anybody is going to work some magic in your life, it should be you. I'm just giving you a book of all the magic tricks. And wouldn't you want to know what the magic tricks are so you can go ahead and get on to the life that you want to get to, or you want to drag around? So you deserve to get your hands on the free digital marketing blueprint. If you look in the description right underneath this video, especially if you are watching this over on YouTube, if you're watching it over on Facebook, it'll be in the comment section, okay? And if you're watching this live, it won't be in the comment section on Facebook until after I end the live, all right? But if you're here on YouTube, it's right there right now. Or you can go right here to www.makemoneywithtracy.com. You can just type it in your browser, okay? You can go there and get the free digital digital marketing blueprint. That is going to be an opportunity for you. You're going to get in, you're going to go to that site, you're going to see a box, you're going to put your email in that box. And then what's going to happen, my automated email follow-up system is going to automatically send you an email with a link to download the actual blueprint. Yes, it's an actual blueprint. Simultaneously, I want you to watch a video. You're going to be automatically redirected to a video. I think it's going to be very, very important and very, very informative for you. So you can get a good handle on what it is we're really doing over here. Okay. And I want you to watch that. And if that video makes sense, right? If it resonates with you in your spirit, your heart, you say, I want to do something different. I'm ready to take it up a level. I'm ready to, make money while I'm out doing what I'm doing as a mom, as a wife, as a parent, as a this, that. Like I'm ready to do that. Then you deserve to review what we're doing here at the Legacy Builders. And that's all going to be explained after you put your name and email in the box, after you head to makemoneywithtracy.com, whether you click on the link in the description or whether you go to the URL, type it in yourself. Okay. No matter what, get the blueprint. Okay. I can't make you any guarantees or any promises other than the fact that you will be introduced to a series of trainings and modules that will actually elevate your educational skill level in marketing to a level you've never experienced before. I'm talking about how to market on YouTube. I'm talking about how to market on TikTok. I'm talking about how to market on Facebook, how to do faceless, how to do post free ads. I'm talking about a series of strategies that you're going to tap into, as well as the mindset and what it takes and who you need to be, and helping you plot out your plan so that you're not just getting into something. You're not just getting into something anymore, okay? You got to get into it, but you got to grow into it, like we talked about, right? You got to grow into it. So you got to stick with me for a while. You got to stick with me for a while so that we can grow into who you need to be. Start making $10,000 a month, which is $30K in 3 months, right? And we're talking about 12 customers, 12 referrals in a month gets you $10,800, okay? At $900. So listen, this is very, very serious. Okay, this is very, very serious business. My first month in this program, probably made about $30,000, maybe $31,000 in this. So I'm just letting you know, I did bring skills to the table, but I learned a lot too. That's how I knew it was good, because I could look at the training material and I knew it wasn't fluff. And I felt so good about it that I decided that I could share this with the people that look to me for guidance, people that look to me for, pointing my finger in a direction of how to market better, right? And I still feel very, very good about the material, the education, and the opportunity that exists for you to be able to earn a side income, even while you're doing whatever it is that you're doing in just 2 hours a day. All right. I love it. So listen, I'm excited that you are here with me. I want to invite you back with me for tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and knock out day number 51 on tomorrow. I am so thrilled to be on this journey with you. We are rocking. We are rolling. Make sure you subscribe to the channel here on YouTube and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified when I go live every day. And make sure you comment, okay? Comment. If you're getting some value from this comment, I definitely engage with my comments. So make sure you do that. And guys, you know what? It is such a joy doing this. I love doing this. And so this is my happy place. All right. So listen, I will see y'all on tomorrow. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I might have to do this a little earlier tomorrow because it's flag football day. Okay. And I just know this time tomorrow, I might be somewhere hanging out with some moms with some Moscato in my flask. Okay. On the 50-yard line somewhere. I'm just joking. Maybe some apple juice. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Day number 51. Later.